And there we go, I like the title of this one, Upstaging the Stage Mother. And yep, not even a phone conversation after that, just probably in no mood to do that, but that should be the last one of those we need. I definitely appreciate if people voted for Kobayakawa, he kind of deserves it. Actually, wait, no, I do actually have one more request that I need, because I just realized this is what that's referring to. A forum post. There's a nasty gamer at an arcade nearby, oh no! Okay, so he's using his elite hacksaw skills and pooning the noobs there.
Nasty gamer. It's definitely possible he'll exist in Mementos. Mishima said he's at the arcade on Central Street, right? Let's go see what this is all about.
Of all things, Morgana gets, full voice acting for this. I guess he is desperate to prove himself useful right now. But yeah, with that... Okay, I do have Aochiru today, but if it's anything but kindness, I don't need it. So, okay, firstly I want to check what's on TV, though. Oh, you again. Oh, we know that you actually have a voice now, you just don't get to use it that often. In fact, only in Royal, because, I did not actually know this. All of the Futaba rehabilitation scenes are only voiced in Royal, which is kind of insane. I didn't remember that, and, there's so many scenes in this game that are only voiced in Royal. Oh yes, I knew the fantasies were true all along. Yeah, you were dissing them so much earlier. I don't believe you. Oh yes, that was, yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes the first part is good enough that it stands on its own without even the rest of the trilogy, like, for example, The Matrix. Meanwhile, on TV... Save the world, it was just a little bit of doxing in Japan. People are kind of exaggerating it right now. Kind of wonder if there's some people around Yongame that I can talk to. I don't think we've talked to the girl with the dog in a little bit. Also, yes, I will be visiting Futaba today, but I'm one rank behind the guide, so I'll need to make up that time later. And I actually need to make up today's nighttime activity too. Well, I mean, there's a dog who was part of a Persona using team before. Well, there's a little sparrow there. Actually, I want to check in with the homeless guy. I haven't done that in a little bit either. That's even worse than you described it before. Oh. So yeah, we might be getting a request from him soon.
Hey!
Okay, so he's here, not the Akihabara arcade. I'm glad I checked this one first. Okay then, well, doxing is something we don't condone. Unless it's the leader of fake Medjet, apparently. Yoshikuni, which means like lucky country, Nejima. Now he's not just, now he's a malevolent player. Yeah, this is one of those that, like, a lot of people say, oh, yeah, this is, like, why are they going after him? Like, it's just, I kind of feel like cheating in games is considered a bigger deal in Japan than it is in many other places. Like, they definitely take, like, a lot of, you know, the integrity of games very seriously, and, yeah, this guy reminds me of those people who would hack Mario Kart Wii and just have infinite stars and mega mushrooms and just deliberately go into shortcuts and then hog all the space, so that if anyone tried to go into the shortcut, they get blocked by a guy with a permanent mega mushroom. Yeah, that's kind of... Like, I personally think that that's not good for everyone else's enjoyment of the game. So I'm gonna go to the Developer Room to get a Hermit Persona. Because I have 2 extra slots now. Which would have been a lot more helpful earlier on when I really needed to juggle a lot of Arcanas at once, but I guess it's, you know, better late than never. Yeah, the weird thing about Hermit is that its lowest level persona was from all the way back in Kamoshida's palace.
Is this what you want? You'll withdraw this persona.
So it's very likely you'll have this by now, and it's also very likely it'll be pretty cheap.
Done already? What? It is time.
I think I leveled it up and forgot to register it, but that actually works to my benefit right now because it makes it cheaper to buy for this Confidant. So Futaba hangs out around the outside of LeBlanc, as I would have mentioned in her Confidant profile already. Oh yeah, and this one, I believe, requires level 4 kindness. Yeah, kindness is pretty much only required for Sojiro and for Futaba. Now, these options here, they're not actually part of this rank up. So don't worry about what you say for them. Yeah, see, from now is when the rank actually starts. See, Futaba likes it if you say this, and I honestly think homeschooling shouldn't be mocked. I think a lot of people do better at homeschooling than they do at, you know, actual physical school. But, you know, you can't have no outside interactions at all. I wonder where she was at school before. I hope it wasn't Shujin, because it seems like that place has always sucked.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing I have noticed it is actually quite common to give children on the autism spectrum something like this. I personally don't really like it because it makes it seem like you're being forced to do things rather than doing them because you want to. But some children do well when they've got like a list like this and then their parents reward them when they've completed it. But now I'm just reminded of like, I knew someone when I was very young who used to say, I'm not even sure how true this was, but they used to say that whenever they got a bad score on an exam, their parents would take away a game from them, which I don't think is good parenting at all. But anyway, here are Futaba's. Go somewhere with lots of people. Go to school. Learn about my generation. Well, as long as you don't run into someone like Eiko, who hijacks your entire Confidant, like some kind of malignant Confidant tumor. And a normal conversation with a stranger your age.
Settled.
Well, good thing you're not setting a deadline, because otherwise we'd have a deadline for your entire Confidant, because this is what her Confidant is. Overall, it's probably up the higher end of my favorites when it comes to party member Confidants. I'd say Yusuke's is my actual favorite of the party member Confidants overall, but this one's pretty high up there. Oh wow, we're getting Memento Scan just before going to Mementos. That's great, because as I said in her bio, Memento Scan is really good because if it activates, you get to skip the entire floor if you want to. Of course, that's more useful if you're not going for stamps. Since I am going for all stamps, I probably won't be able to use it much. Like ice cream? Yeah, as I said, some people do like this kind of thing. Of course, you gotta be careful about that, otherwise you end up spoiling them. Yeah, sometimes simply the act of making a plan is itself an activity, so yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And yeah, by the way, Futaba likes making game references. Now that she's actually referenced Sonic though, I can actually say, I said before, like a long time before, that I'm surprised that Sonic isn't like a guest character in any SMT or Persona game. Turns out he actually is. He's in the mobile Shin Megami Tensei game, and as you would expect, he's a Force user. That one also has Dante from the Devil May Cry series, and Bayonetta. A lot of people kind of wish that Bayonetta was in Shin Megami Tensei 5 as like a callback to, Dante in 3. That would have been pretty cool. Trying to solo a final boss, huh? Well, people have done that in P5. The thing is that, ironically, in P5, if you go solo and spam Reflect, it's actually arguably easier than, I believe this is actually a reference to one of the Dragon Quest games, but it's arguably easier than playing the game normally to just go solo. But I don't find it as fun. Yes, Dragon Quest IV is indeed subtitled Chapters of the Chosen. I think they retroactively gave Dragon Quest 1 and 2 subtitles. I freaked out for a second thinking, oh no, I missed the Jazz Club day. I didn't, it's at night, so that's good. You just hang out with us! You clearly don't have much confidence in Joker's ability to hold a conversation then. Yeah, true. I wonder what she's actually doing when it comes to analyzing. Maybe it's just categorizing the files and automatically sorting them? Yeah, you probably should bring some sunscreen. Is there even room for a canvas? 3? Okay then. That's gonna pretty much take up your entire luggage allowance and more. I was gonna say Morgan didn't really have a comment on that, but he did. Okay, actually I forgot to check what the Aojiru is, so I will do that, but also, yeah, I am giving up. So tonight we were supposed to do Hanged Man rank 5, but I'm going to be giving that up for... There we go, Underground Walkway. I'm going to be giving that up for the very special thing from the Jazz Club on September 4th.
What do you want?
It is kindness, I had a feeling it was. Because the one on the guide from earlier, I'm like one behind the guide on these, and the one previously in the guide said kindness. So yeah, this is the one kind of Aojiru that I'm allowed to get right now. I could have spent an extra 5,000 on the luck reading, but yeah, I don't care. So, let's go to Old Kichigeorgie, and there's no cost for doing this other than the cost of the train fare, so it's pretty much a steal. Well, I mean, it costs one night of free time, but there's plenty of free time in this game, so I just need to remember right now, I need to make up 1 rank of Hermit and 1 rank of Hanged Man. But Sakai's here. Yeah, just like this game after it came out. So right now, we just need to give up the Phantom Wafers, which is good, because it means I get to keep all 3 of my Thief Masks. For now, Strength Up or Fuda. I will take all of those I can get. So this is the kind of thing that kids are into these days, the Phantom Wafers. This wafer is bigger than I expected. How are kids going to eat dinner after having this as a snack? Anyway, thank you so much. I look forward to our next trade. Phantom Thieves will defeat any villain. Well, they will after I do this, because if we check the sign...
I see.
Charge Aid! Oh, and we also get speed and luck and magic as well. We're one day off the singer, but that's fine. Well, that's good. We don't have to worry about drunk Yusuke, which would be very weird. A new side of yourself that you never knew about. A side of yourself that you hope you had back in the original. Yeah, the singer... Yep. I already explained this in an earlier video. But yeah, the effects of the cocktail are double when there are singers. Alright, it actually does cost you. Right, I forgot about that.
Hey.
But here... if we wanted to, we could give Morgana charge, which would be hilarious, or Arn charge. If you do Futaba, then she'll get an extra, like, support skill. I already covered those. But yeah, let's invite Yusuke.
Oh.
Hey.
This is also going to give us a few Confidant points with him, but we don't need those. Muhen is a pretty cool name. That reminds me a little bit of the monk from Persona 3.
Thanks for coming in.
Still, I still consider 3,000 a steal for getting charge on Yusuke. That's going to be amazing for the rest of the game. Though I don't think I'm particularly interested in a cocktail called Rusty Nail. Oh no. Well, we ruined your sleeping habits. Yeah, it looks pretty nice though.
This drink. What are your thoughts?
No, it's just a side effect of being Yusuke. Yeah, I was gonna suggest having some snacks in your bag.
I enjoyed that.
Had an effect on Yusuke's heart, and a very powerful one too. So, what do I get rid of here? I do like the sleep chance, but it's kind of weird. Like, this is actually technically a strongish skill, but I feel like I'm not going to need it, because Rising Slash is my single target damage anyway. Anything I'd really use this on, I'd prefer to use Rising Slash. I kind of want to keep Speedmaster. I like having both single and multi-target Bufu. I'm saving that slot for Master Kakaja later. And I kind of like having Sleep just as an option, so I'll actually get rid of Temper Slash for this. The character skill sets will get pretty crowded if you, really go all the way on the Jazz Club skills.
See you later.
I'd still kind of like to see a physical arm build with the Jazz Club boosting strength and charge on her. That'd be hilarious.
That's wild.
There is actually a schedule that will get you as close to 99 stats on every character as possible by the end of one playthrough, but it will mean that you give up almost all your Confidant time, so I don't really recommend it for playing for the first time. For a New Game Plus, maybe.
Nice work, Phantom Thieves.
Yes, nice work. You got charge on Yusuke. You made him actually, well, I would say actually good, but I always thought Yusuke was good. He again, like, it's him and Ken from Persona 3. Like, I think Ken in P3 is a lot better than most people say as well, but Yusuke especially. A lot of people thought Yusuke just wasn't that good, and I feel like, again, it's the issue where, yes, on paper, Ryuji's endgame skill set is better, but that's endgame. Before then, like, in the early to mid-game, I actually consider Yusuke better than Ryuji. It's kind of reminds me about how a lot of guides for, like, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, they pretty much assume post-game when, yeah. I suppose you really only can rank the blades in tiers based on post-game, because otherwise it's entirely dependent on the luck of when you get them. Like, in my first playthrough, I got Zenobia as my second rare blade on Rex. And of course, that's ridiculous getting her that early, but I mean, if you get her much, much later in the main story, she won't be as helpful. Gun about the super real. That's almost as good of a title as Melty Blood Actress Again. Yeah, the multiplayer is so good unless you run into those, you know, those hackers. I remember when OMG, like the days when OMG hacks used to be just such a common thing to see thrown around in the gaming communities. And Elite 1337. Yeah, I was like there during the early, very early days of that. Ah, poor Morgano. I still actually feel bad for how he feels at this point. Like, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, serves him right for telling you to go to bed all the time, but I don't know, yeah, I feel sad. But again, I have a bit of a bias because I like cats, so, Also, I love the random comment you can get at the school now. The Phantom Thieves is super great! But what do we got on the 5th today? Oh, okay. We're going to be doing a strength hangout during the day rather than the night today. Oh, and we need to pay for a definitive reading for Hangman because, yeah, EY is actually a little slow to rank up. Which kind of makes sense. He is an adult who, you know, likes to keep pretty, keep pretty much to himself and doesn't really have much of a personal connection to us. Well, we better be careful now. Meanwhile, these people, endorse us. Okay. So she knows about our incoming Mementos mission. But yeah, let's go affinity reading. And EY. Oh yeah, the way that this place looks during this month in particular, everything is just so bright and white, it's weird. Okay, good, it deepened further now. If it didn't, that's fine, I'm going to Memento soon anyway, although I hope I have enough money for a money reading. I think it's like 10,000 yen. It pretty much pays for itself though. Okay, so, oh, actually, we don't even need to leave this place. Because we can just talk to them right here.
What are you gonna do today?
No.
A place where land, water, and sun all meet, so Hoenn? So basically these two want to go to the beach. Oh, we actually have a name for the beach though.
Let's go, inmate.
Onward, inmate.
Oh no, I'm being dragged to the beach to have fun against my will. Whatever will I do?
My.
Yeah, it makes sense this one's during the day because generally speaking, you don't really see a lot of activity on beaches at night oftentimes. Yeah, I don't know, I just kind of feel like going to the beach at night feels a little suspicious. Yeah, sometimes that can be fun. I like how you can see the landscape stretch into the distance here. Well, I don't want to encourage the idea of these two being seen in swimsuits, so nope, let's race you to the water. I'm pretty sure those warden outfits are probably gonna... Also, this line's great. But I feel like, given their magical metaverse outfits, they're probably waterproof. I still love these kind of humans through alien eyes moments. Yes, you must summon the great god Volleyball. Yes, you must perform the ritual and prostrate yourselves before Volleyball. Ah yes, his beach guys, that is one of his many incarnations. That's the game called Let's Censor Adult Tiki. Yeah, I still think it's kind of amusing that's like one of the only Fire Emblem Heroes artworks that got censored. Because I believe you could see her butt crack in the original version. Honestly, that sounds incredibly difficult to do. Because watermelons are like, it's a big giant sphere that's really solid. And yes, many people would consider the Watermelon Festival in Super Mario Sunshine to be barbaric. Well, I mean... Yes, the ocean is the receptacle for all dark human desires.
Don't fall behind.
Growth 2, not bad. I mean, I suppose since single-celled organisms would have come from there, it makes sense to an extent. No, that would end really badly. Unless you were Guybrush Threepwood and could just pick it up and walk away, and also hold your breath for, I think it's 13 minutes? Of course, the whole Mother Ocean thing just makes me think of, Mako Tsunami from Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically the abridged version, who is canonically married to the ocean.
Hey.
Oh, don't worry, we're going to be getting a lot of money very soon. Because I'm going to soon be going off script to, go to Mementos. Oh no. Oh no, I knew that crossword was a bad sign. The crosswords have predicted the future very accurately so far, so it looks like they're still doing it.
For real?
Meanwhile, Morgana is, possessed by the spirit of Ryuji, but anyway, we're supposed to do a devil rank up today. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I mean, honestly, I probably should have, actually, no, I couldn't have got rid of Devil for something else, because... Yeah, I had to do Jazz Club on that specific day, but guess what? It's Drunken Man again! Salute me! I'm the king of the police, the head patrol officer. Hey, you window phantom fish, aren't you? You're under arrest. Arresting people is my job. Just stay real still, let me cuff. Hey, I can't find my handcuffs. Sorry about that. Salute!
What?
Reveal everything, huh? About what exactly? I guess we can check in with the sun too. Oh wow, that. Like, that reminds me of those, like, those things you used to get in chip packets that often give, like holographic kind of plastic card things. Like, they did something like that with Pokemon Stadium where I lived, and some things with Dragon Ball, and I feel like in like packets of potato chips, and I feel like they stopped doing that because they didn't want to, like, you know, promote children buying large amounts of junk food. Because I haven't seen them do that for a long time. But I remember that. I even had a few rare ones. But anyway, we're actually not seeing Chihaya tonight. I just naturally go to her because I guess I'd rather spend time with her than with Oya. I'm so sorry, Oya.
Oh, honey.
Hey!
Oh, no more is this weather the result of climate change. I think that means we only heard it once. Well, just as long as we don't have to pretend to date you again.
Well then.
I think I said before there are only 2 romance routes in this game that I outright dislike, and one of them was Temperance. The other is Oya.
Oh?
Yeah, he's more than serious, but right now his reputation is kinda shot. I had a feeling that's what she was, that's where she was going. How is that stuff
Sorry.
public knowledge? Yeah, given that we seem to anger a guy who literally said the police are my bitches. Avenge, huh? Yeah, nice one, Lala-chan. Oh, we do now? Because you are hiding stuff and being shady about it? So, okay, here we go then. So, okay, this line right here, right, I've been dreading getting to this line because, I don't want to get too political, but I will just say, I mean, while I don't agree with slush funds, I don't see how supporting refugees is being treated as a bad thing here. I mean, where I live, Australia, refugees have a tendency to be treated really horribly, so I guess that's just why, but, you know, I'd personally support a politician who supported refugees, but oh well. However, if he made somebody disappear, then that's a whole other issue. And dead, huh? Oh, I see where this is going.
Shit.
Yep. Oh, and they thought that she was sleeping with him too. And wow, yeah, yet another F word in this game, just in dialogue though, not voiced. Yeah, I really see why you're trying to investigate this now. Oh yeah, they're like, yeah, you're connected to all of them. Kind of see why that happened. So somebody killed that guy and framed Kaio for it, from what it seems like. See, this is why I said that, like, while I'm not a huge fan of Oya as a character, I do like her confidants, because it has its own mystery plot to it. Kind of like Iwai's. Now, does this one give another ability? It does, but it's pretty pointless. So yeah, like, the security level starts higher in Royal just to make these abilities more useful, but even then, it's hardly a threat. Plus, it won't help us tomorrow because Mementos doesn't have a security level. Maybe he did it. Okay, we have a phone conversation here, though. It's kind of funny, in order to get the most points, you have to say, I don't mind you digging up my private records for no reason. But it seems like we're gonna have to pay for a fortune reading, since that wasn't enough for a rank up. So, I mean, at least one good thing came from that whole couple act. But tomorrow we're going to have a very short time because I'll be heading into Mementos and going off script there. The guide would have done death and got bad medicine
I wonder
here.
how much longer this heat will continue. It's exhausting.
So I'm not losing out on anything there except for the hermit rank earlier that I gave up to do bad medicine early.
You know the rankings that are popular nowadays? Are you interested in them too? I don't blame you. Everyone's paying attention to it. Did you know my name is listed too? It's apparently due to my recent disapproval of the group.
Well, he sounded pretty casual about that, but then again, Akechi's probably used to getting hate online at this point.
Before I knew it, I turned into a bona fide villain. Still, I thought that if I became a target, I could figure out their methods.
Sorry to say this, but the previous Detective Prince already beat you to that whole, method.
The idea was appealing when I thought about it. Of course, there's no guarantee I'd be safe.
And the thing is that you don't know this, but only your shadow would actually confront us, so you wouldn't learn anything from doing that.
Well, talking anymore will make us late. See you later.
It is still never revealed what school Akechi goes to. We know that it's not Shujin or Korsei, and that's it.
It's all over the news.
Oh, okay, so the Phantom Wafer is chocolate. Yes, Gang of Rumor is a much cooler name. You know what's an even cooler name than that, though? Actually, no. Yeah, you're getting the same idea as Akechi there. So this is the last day before the school trip, though, so you will want to be careful how you spend it and make sure you save.
Okay, let's get started.
There are, I believe, opportunities to save during the school trip, but it's probably advisable that you make a save beforehand, just in case. Because there's going to be a lot of, of pure plot time with very minimal actually walking around and exploring. Oh yeah, jet lag, I've suffered from that before. I kind of slept most of my first day in France when I was taking a trip through Europe. We're going to be taking a plane through time! Yes, but that's only because my watch literally is stopped right now.
How about you?
So, funny story about my recent life lately. I have a second watch. Actually, I have the Path of Radiance, special edition watch, which was pretty cool. Managed to get my hands on that. But my regular watch stopped, so I was thinking, oh, I can use my Path of Radiance watch. And I opened it up, and I found out that it also had stopped, so now I need 2 batteries replaced. But yeah, the second hand looks like it stops moving. This is chronostasis. This is not a time paradox. That's when you give one of the Chaos Emeralds to somebody in the past, Elise in the past. That's it. When you're Silver, you give a Chaos Emerald to Elise in the past, and then you break the entire timeline of the Sonic franchise. Of course, that game later retconned itself out of existence, so yeah. I still think it's hilarious how Sonic 06's plot retconned itself out of existence in its ending. It's like they knew.
Nice go.
But yeah, blah blah blah, extra points we don't need, blah. Still nice to see the screen though.
Well, see you.
No Maruki in Hawaii. Well, at least Morgana will have Futaba to keep him company, and Futaba will have Morgana to give her laps. Morgana will probably want her lap a lot. As long as she doesn't pinch his cheeks too much. Well, I mean, if you're out of motivation to work, how about we spend some time in Mementos? I'm gonna offend so many people in America. Is the Golden Gate Bridge in Los Angeles? I think it is. Yeah, I'm sure they have a lot of beaches there. Also, I love this so much. I'm not going to be offending Americans as much as Ryuji is, I'll tell you that. The capital of America. I assume Ryuji probably thinks Mount Rushmore is also in Los Angeles. Of course, you know, there's a lot of people who think that, like, there are kangaroos all over the streets in Sydney, and that's not true. But there are actually kangaroos all over the place in Canberra, the actual capital of Australia. So yeah, today, if there's nothing that I end up buying in town, I'm going to be calling things here. Actually, no, let's talk to the Rumour Girls first. Yeah, the difference between the school before summer vacation and after is like night and day. Oh, I don't want to be here on Halloween. Everybody is going to be doing Phantom Thieves cosplay on Halloween. But anyway, yeah, next time we'll be going to Mementos, because I haven't gone to the dungeon in a while, and I thought it would be fitting doing that right before the school trip. So, look forward to that, and after the Mementos trip, school trip and lots and lots and lots of plot. So see you next time for all of that.